The daughters of Sean Diddy Combs are at a turning point in the lives of well-known music moguls and their families. They decide to make a surprise announcement in the public eye and enter the spotlight amidst a flurry of legal disputes. In a stunning turn of events, they claim that their father's empire is the product of dishonest business practices and deceit, as well as his musical prowess. Now let's discuss the subject. Sean Love Combs, born on November 4, 1969, is an American rapper, record producer, record executive, and actor. He goes by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and Diddy. After working as a talent director at Uptown Records, Combs, who was born in Harlem, founded Bad Boy Records, his own record label, in 1993. Artists like Mary J. Blige, Usher, and the Notorious Big have all been developed and produced by Combs. A week after Sean Diddy Combs resolved a separate case involving claims of rape and physical abuse against singer Cassie, two more women have come forward to accuse the music mogul of sexual assault. The documents describe alleged sexual assaults, beatings, and forced druggings that Combs, at the time a rising star in New York City's hip-hop scene, as well as a talent director and party promoter, performed in the early 1990s. One of the accusers, Joy Dickerson, said that in 1999, she agreed to meet Combs at a restaurant in Harlem while still a 19-year-old student at Syracuse University. According to the filing, Combs intentionally drugged the woman after their date, took her home, and abused her sexually. The lawsuit claims that Combs recorded the attack without her knowledge and shared it with a number of his colleagues in the music business. Dickerson's public humiliation drove her into a tailspin, exacerbating her melancholy to the point where she had to check herself into the hospital and abandon her college studies. An unidentified lady accused Combs and R&B artist Aaron Hall of sexually abusing her and a companion, then beating her a few days later in a different lawsuit filed. Following a music business gathering in 1990 or 1991, the lady, only known as Jane Doe, said that she and her roommate went back to Hall's house with him and Combs. According to the accuser, Combs forced her into having sex. The lawsuit claims that after that, while she was getting dressed, Hall barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced Jane Doe to have sex with him. According to the lawsuit, the victim discovered that her companion had been forced to have sex with Combs and Hall in another room, when she later spoke with that friend, who is also unnamed. According to information and belief, Combs and Hall switched and started attacking Jane Doe's friend when their relationship with her was over, according to the lawsuit. A few days later, the two women's home was visited by an apparently enraged Combs who tried to dissuade them from disclosing the abuse. The lawsuit claims that he then shook the woman known as Jane Doe until she blacked out. A spokesman for Combs refuted the claims in an email and charged that the two women were attempting to take advantage of a statute of limitations that was temporarily extended in New York. Hall did not reply to an email inquiry. The anonymous accuser's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, stated that his client was gathering witness statements and medical records to back up her lawsuit, which was filed in an effort to preserve the statute of limitations. According to Dickerson's lawsuit, the victim reported the abuse to the police in both New York and New Jersey. The New York City Police Department did not respond to inquiries right away. Dickerson claimed that following the attack on camera, she went to music industry friends to get their confirmation that the revenge porn tape existed. However, she was met with resistance from those who were terrified that Combs would retaliate against them and that they would lose future business and music opportunities. The two lawsuits come after Cassie Ventura presented a series of shocking claims, claiming that Combs abused her repeatedly throughout the course of their years-long relationship, which started in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. Ventura made other accusations against Combs, including that he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes while he masturbated and recorded them, and that he plied her with drugs. One day after it was filed, the case was resolved for an amount that was not disclosed. Ventura expressed her desire to settle this issue on terms that I have some level of control in a statement made public by her attorneys. A fourth woman has accused Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault, claiming in a complaint that the music mogul, together with Harvey Pierre, a former longtime president of his record label, and an unidentified person, gang raped and sex trafficked her when she was a teenager. The plaintiff, who goes by Jane Doe in the lawsuit, claims that the attack happened in 2003, when Combs was 34 years old and she was 17. Combs, Pierre, Diddy's house recordings, and Bad Boy Entertainment are named as defendants in the lawsuit. Douglas Wigdor, an attorney for the accuser, defended actress, singer, and model Cassie in her federal case against Combs. As per the allegations in the complaint, Wigdor said in a statement, defendants preyed on a vulnerable high school teenager as part of a sex trafficking scheme that involved plying her with drugs and alcohol and transporting her by private jet to New York City, where she was gang raped by the 3 individual defendants at Mr. Combs' studio. In her most recent lawsuit, Doe claims that in 2003, when she was 17 and in the 11th grade, she went to a lounge in the Detroit area and met Pierre, the long-standing president of Bad Boy, the record label Combs started in the early 90s. According to the lawsuit, after giving her praise, Pierre started chatting about Combs, referring to him as his best friend, and finally called Combs to introduce him to Doe. Pierre isn't working for Bad Boy Records anymore. The lawsuit claims that Mr. Combs persuaded Ms. Doe, who was half his age at that time, to fly in a private aircraft with Mr. Pierre and the third assailant to his studio in New York City. The lawsuit claims that Pierre made Doe have oral sex with him at the lounge while smoking crack cocaine and before they left for the private flight. The third defendant, referred to in the lawsuit as the third assailant, and an additional unidentified individual accompanied them from Detroit to New Jersey, where they were driven to Daddy's house recording studio, a studio famously owned and operated by Mr. Combs and Bad Boy, according to the lawsuit. 4 photos that were allegedly shot in Combs' New York City studio the evening of the alleged assaults are included in the lawsuit, according to her lawyer. It appeared that she is perched on Combs' lap in one of the pictures. According to the lawsuit, he requested Doe to take a picture by sitting on his lap. The pictures don't show her face clearly. Combs' representatives declined to comment on the pictures. Combs' firms are listed in a case filed in the New York City Supreme Court last month, accusing Pierre of sexually harassing and assaulting an assistant, in addition to the suits from the 4 women. Combs refuted the accusations, and a request for comment from Pierre was not answered. So, that's all from today's video. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe for more celebrity news, share your thoughts in the comments section, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.